Hi everyone, my name is Denise Francis, student at Indiana State University, nursing 444, spring 2022, and their LPN to baccalaureate program online. Today we will be talking about alcohol and its effects on driving. The purpose of our study today is to learn about and prevent the use of alcohol and driving. Our learning objectives today is to identify the effects of being under the influence while driving, identify what driving under the influence is, identify if someone is driving under the influence, identify the consequence of driving under the influence, and identify a concise conclusion pertaining to alcohol and driving. There will be a link in the description with a pre-test and a post-test, and I would appreciate if you do the pre-test before we even start the flyer and before we start the review, and we also have a handout on a flyer. Okay, today we're going to talk about what is driving under the influence. What is really driving under the influence? Driving under the influence is the offense of driving, operating, or being in control of a vehicle while impaired by alcohol or drugs to a level that renders the driver incapable of operating a motor vehicle safely. It is proved by impairment of normal faculties or an unlawful blood alcohol or breath alcohol level of 0.08% or above. What are the effects of being under the influence while driving? Okay, the effects of being under the influence while driving are: 1, it slows down your reflexes. 2, it decreases your ability to safely drive. Number 3, you can have impaired vision or blurred vision. Number 4, it reduces your concentration. And 5, lack of coordination. 6, it inhibits your judgment. So drinking alcohol and driving does so much. It basically messes up your mind. You mess up your mind, your system. Okay, how can you tell when someone is drunk driving or someone is driving drunk? Number 1, you can see them quickly accelerate or decelerate their vehicle. 2, they tailgate you. Number 3, they're weaving or zigzagging across the road. 4, they're driving anywhere other than on a road designated for vehicles. Number 5, almost striking an object, curb, or vehicle. Number 6, stopping without a cause or an erratic braking. Drifting in and out of traffic lanes. They are signaling that is inconsistent with driving actions. They have slow response to traffic signals. Example, sudden stop or delayed start. And what that means is they can stop at a stoplight, the green light goes on, and they still stay there because they're not aware of what's going on, or they can stop without there's a sign that says stop, just sudden stopping. Okay, they stay in the middle of the lane. They don't go, they're not in the correct lane. They don't know where they needed to go. They're driving with the headlights off, especially at night. They're swerving, driving slower than 10 miles per hour below the speed limit, or they could be speeding more than the speed limit as well. They turn abruptly or illegally. They are driving into opposing traffic on the wrong side of the road. These are so many things you can tell when someone is actually driving under the influence, and it's dangerous. And for the most part, the person who get affected most is probably an innocent person. What are the consequences of driving under the influence? The consequences of driving under the influence are you can get your license revoked. Oh yes, if you are found, and they can take your license. Okay, your blood alcohol level is above that 0.08%. Yes, you're getting your license revoked. You can be charged with a misdemeanor based on the circumstances and the severity. You can get a felony offense as well based on the severity of your accident or what happens. You can be jailed. You pay fines, definitely going to pay a fine. It can cost you over $10,000 in fines or legal fees. Yes, a lot of money. It's not cheap to drink and drive. So think about it. You can kill somebody while drinking and driving, because most of the times when accidents happen, the drunk person is always safe, and you end up killing innocent people. Okay, or you can severely injure someone just by drinking and driving. So many lives and families are torn apart from drunk driving. So this is something that we really need to think about before you pick up a bottle, or before you pick up a bottle and pick up those keys to go drive. Think about it. Is it safe? Do you want to drink and then go driving, or do you want to enjoy yourself at home? And if you have to go out and drink, why don't you have a designated person to drive? That way you won't be driving severely impaired. So, in conclusion today, I am going to say, do not go around the steering wheel if you have to drink. Don't drink and drive. It's clear as day here. If you're picking up a keys, do not pick up a bottle. If you pick up a bottle, do not pick up your keys. Staying away from that bottle, staying away from alcohol, staying away from all these things that can severely impair your judgment. And I mean, look, they say picture says 1,000 words. These are all pictures from accidents, from drunk driving. So it's a lesson here to learn. Don't drink and drive. Okay? We drink, we don't drive. You're going to drive, do not drink any form of alcohol. Okay? And that's my conclusion today. Don't drink and drive. Picture says 1,000 words. And thank you today for listening. And remember, there's a post test. Please complete the post test. And there's a link in the description where you can access the flyer as well. And with that, I would say thank you for listening. Have a blessed day. And there's my reference. This is my reference page. You can go look up these information about drinking and driving and the references that I provided here, or you can go to the one on the flyer. Thank you.